Bit of a rally over the weekend in my hometown of Calgary on Saturday. Professional protesters, the Occupy Wall Street types, all your left-wing activists and some pro-Palestinian activists gathered together for what they called an anti-racism protest. Hey, that's a good idea, better than a pro-racism protest. But here's the thing, a fellow walked up to them and allegedly shouted, "White power, white power." That sounds very antagonistic at an anti-racism rally. You could even call it racist. Now, he didn't fight with them or get into any fisticuffs that I've heard about. He just shouted that and walked away. Well, the police followed him, and when he walked faster, they chased him, and apparently a tussle eventually broke out, and the cops shot him. Police say he produced a pipe. Here, listen to the cops explain.
At approximately 11 a.m. today, Saturday, March 21st, 2015, officers were on scene at a rally occurring in the downtown core when they observed a man approaching the rally, causing a disturbance. The man began to walk away from the event and was approached by officers, at which time he fled on foot. When patrol officers were able to catch up with him on Center Street and 8th Avenue Southwest, an officer approached him and a physical struggle ensued. The situation escalated rapidly when the suspect produced a metal pipe. Within a few seconds, a service firearm was discharged, as well as a Code 200 officer in trouble call was voiced over the air.
Here's a pro tip for all of you dealing with police. Don't break out a pipe when you're talking to a cop. You will get shot. I'm certainly not defending the man who was wielding the pipe, and I'm not condemning the cop who shot him. We'll find out what the facts have to say. As you can see, it's being investigated, but I do have some more fundamental questions. Why did the police go after someone for saying something rude or racist? Why did they do that this time, but not last summer in Calgary when I had a pro-Israel, pro-Canada rally and a group of anti-Semites started chanting Heil Hitler? Here, take a look at the video.
This is Canada. People come here to look free, to have free. I don't care about Hezbollah. Your finger of God.
So on the weekend, a cop chases down someone who says white pride and winds up shooting him. But last summer, a bunch of Muslim Nazis start chanting Heil Hitler at me and other Calgary Jews and non-Jews, and you saw the cops. They were standing there actually guarding the Muslim Nazis. Why the double standard? And I'm not just talking about hard words like white power or Heil Hitler. What about the actual riot that happened in Calgary last July? As you know, there was a protest of about 800 pro-Hamas extremists in Calgary that devolved into a mini riot. Take a look here. About 50 people broke away from the protest when they spotted a Jewish family and pummeled them and punched them and kicked them so hard that half a dozen Jews were sent to the hospital. As you can see, there were no police there at all, not to guard anyone, not to arrest anyone, and no, not to shoot anyone either. Why the two approaches to policing? Well, here's a funny wrinkle. That picture we showed of the guy who shouted white pride, that came from one of the organizers at this weekend's protest from her Facebook page. Her name is Saima Jamal. Now that name might ring a bell for you because she was one of the organizers of, you guessed it, the 800-person pro-Hamas protest last year that devolved into a riot. So last July, Saima Jamal helped organize the protest that beat up a bunch of Jews with impunity. And this weekend, Saima Jamal helped organize a protest where when one skinhead dared to say something rude, the cops chased him down and wound up shooting him. Why the double standard? Well, it's obvious. Why? Because if you are a white anti-Semite, you're easy pickings for the police. I don't believe in white anti-Semites, by the way. I'm just pointing out how cowardly the police are when it comes to Muslim anti-Semites and the double standards when it comes to Saima Jamal herself. Hey, what's up with Calgary's police chief? Exciting news. As you can see, he's announced his retirement from the police to run for politics. No surprise there. I think we know whose vote he can count on when he runs for higher office. For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.